Amen, no matter what it is. If you try to do this fast, amen, I understand that not everybody in this room can do a just water fast, amen, but if you go and you do this just juice fast, or you just do the Daniel fast, and you do it with the right heart and the right mentality, God will honor that. Why wouldn't He? Amen. You're going out of your way to show that you love Him, to show that you care for Him and for what He has done for you. Of course He'll honor that. Amen. I remember Tim mentioning the passage that he read in the book. He said he doesn't even remember the title or anything that was in the book except for the one passage. It said that God, if you were to lose a pencil and it concerned you, that God is concerned with that. What is man that thou art mindful of him? Amen. It says, let me see where I'm at first. For he that is in these things serveth Christ is acceptable to God and approved of men. I read that. Going down to the 20th verse, it says, for meat destroyeth not the work of God. All things indeed are pure, but it is evil for that man who eateth with offense. Now, and this is going back again to deliberately doing this to offend somebody. To know that they have a problem with this, to know that they struggle with it, to have them come to you and say, hey, I'm uncomfortable with you doing this, but doing it out of spite. Amen. It says evil. Hold on, let me read. It says, for meat destroyeth not the works of God. All things indeed are pure, but it is evil for that man who eateth with offense, with the sole purpose of going out of your way to offend somebody. Amen? It's not our job to do that. It says, for meat destroy not the works of God. Meaning these things, they don't destroy the works of God. Amen? Chad Taylor, he could come up here and he can wear a t-shirt and shorts, and God uses this man in a mighty way. He has a great testimony and an excellent ministry. He goes and he talks and preaches the gospel to all these people. But some people would never let him in the church just because of the way he dresses.
Yeah.
Amen. That's the truth. And there's a scripture that I was presenting to him, talking about, we have to be like others to reach others. And if I could just take a moment and pull it up, I'd like to read that to you right now. Just bear with me for a moment. Here it is. It's in 1 Corinthians 9:19. It says, for though I am free from all, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them. To the Jews I became as a Jew in order to win the Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself under the law, that I might win those under the law. To those outside of the law I became as one outside of the law, not being outside of the law of God, but under the law of Christ, that I might win those outside of the law. Amen. That these people in the streets, they'll see somebody in a suit and they would never want to approach them, because the first thing that they think is, I've had somebody in my life that thought they were so much better than me, that they thought they were so much prouder. I'm going to share with you something. Amen. My father is a victim of Christians. Amen. Their testimony, destroyed his walk. He didn't want anything to do with the people. Not that he had any problem with God, but for the way that these people treated him. Christians, ambassadors of Christ, people like you and me, amen? I hope not like you and me, amen? But let me just tell you the story. For those of you who don't know, my father, he was an excellent pitcher. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, my father was an excellent pitcher. And he was going to get scouted by the Cincinnati Reds. Well, my dad, he was so happy. He was so excited. He went and he told the pastor. He said, I'm so excited, man. They're getting ready to scout me. This could mean huge things for me and my family and this, that, and the other. It's going to be a complete turn in my life, that he'd be financially secure for the rest of his life and this, that, and the other. And he said, well, don't do it. There's too much gambling in sports. Amen. Now, whether this is from God and who truly gave him this word, or it was jealousy, I don't know. But my dad took it as he was jealous. And he said that he was going to do it anyways. Well, I got news for you. My father ended up breaking his hand before they were able to scout him. Whether or not it was God or circumstance. Because of the way he spoke to him after he realized his hand was broken. He said, I told you not to. You see what happened? Just the attitude in which he came. My father has turned from the Lord, and since he's made efforts recently, but for the longest time he wouldn't have anything to do with the people of the church just because of how they were treated. Now then, I understand that we are not able to please everybody. There are certain people that will come in here and make orders and demands and requests, amen. So, and if you don't bend down to their will in every way, shape, and form, they'll leave. Amen. I pray God changes them or moves them out. Amen. I remember Tim, he made a mention a while ago. He said that he'd rather have a few that were faithful, amen, and hungry for the things of God than have a whole big church and, have them just backbite and bicker and, spread rumors. Amen. That's, again, going back to a few things that God hates. And I believe it was Proverbs chapter 6. Anyways, it goes on. It says, hast thou faith? Have it to thyself before God. Happy is he that condemneth not himself in that things which he alloweth. Amen. And he that he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin. Amen. This goes back to the title of the message. Amen. To let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. To know the God that you serve. Amen. To have that personal relationship with him. To have his law written on your heart and to know the discernment between what is good and what is evil. Amen. To what is right and what is wrong. And going back to that we will give account for everything that we do. Amen. There's some people that believe, drinking is okay. Just a glass won't hurt you. There's other people, if you touch alcohol, you're damned. That's it. Who are you to judge another man's servant?
Right.
We will give account for everything that we do. Again, I reiterate. It says in verse 12, so then every one of us shall give account of himself to God. And there it goes so far that we will be judged for every idle word that we speak. Amen. That others will be held, more accountable because of, like people like me, for instance. Tim is going to be judged far more than you and I will. Well, than you will. Because he has been placed in a position to minister to God's people. If he leads you astray, amen. This goes back to it being better if you have a millstone tied around your neck and be cast into the sea than offend one of the ones that believeth in me or causes them to sin. His judgment will be greater than ours, amen. My judgment, it says again, woe unto me if I do not preach the gospel. But the point I'm making is at the end of the day, that judgment is not ours to make. It doesn't matter whether you started serving God when you were a child all the way until now, or if you're on your deathbed and you just cry out. We are Christians and we are ambassadors of Christ, and we are to treat each other with love, dignity, and respect. If I'm not mistaken, this is a really great verse. It says, Christ loved us, ought not we to love each other? Yes. Amen. Dear Heavenly Father, in Jesus Christ's name, Lord, I thank you for having this time, Lord, that you just blessed us with, Lord. I pray that you protect these people on their travels as they go home, Lord, but bring them back at another appointed time. I pray that you encamp your angels about them, Lord, and send your angels to minister to them, Lord. Send your angels to minister to me, Lord. I want you, I want you, I want you. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Now, and before we dismiss, I'd like to ask that everybody come forth and we'll pray one for another.